all with different medical effects. Because when the medical system collapses, this will be your only option to heal yourself. Lex Rucker will show you how to make pemmican with basic ingredients you can find in any Walmart. The superfood was invented and largely used by Native American scouts, as well as early Western explorers, who were on their own for months at a time. This nutritious food was light, compact, and high in protein, carbohydrates, and vitamins. And if done properly, it can last anywhere from a few years up to a lifetime without refrigeration. In fact, if you have this food, you don't need anything else, because a person could subsist entirely on this food, drawing on the fat for energy, the protein for strength, and the vitamins for health. You'll also discover 25 other survival foods that we lost to history. You can bring it back to life and improve your stockpiles so you'll never run out of food in a crisis. Or you can spend fun weekends with your family, recreating old survival recipes like mud apples or Mormon Johnny cake. From Ruff Simons, an Old West history expert and former deputy, you'll learn the techniques and methods used by wise sheriffs from the frontiers to defend an entire village, despite being outnumbered and outgunned by gangs of robbers and bandits, and how you can use their wisdom to defend your home against looters when you'll be surrounded. Native American Eric Bainbridge, who took part in the reconstruction of the native village of Kulalaklo in California, will show you how Native Americans built a subterranean roundhouse, an underground house that today will serve you as a storm shelter, a perfectly camouflaged hideout, or a bunker. It can easily shelter 3 to 4 families. So how you feel when all hell breaks loose, you'll be able to call all your loved ones and offer them guidance and shelter. Besides that, the subterranean roundhouse makes an awesome root cellar. You can keep all your food and water reserves year-round. From Shannon Azaries, you learn how sailors from the 17th century preserved water in their ships for months on end, even years. Now you can use this method to preserve clean water for your family, cost-free. Mike Searson, who is a firearm and Old West history expert, will show you what to do when there's no more ammo to be had. How people who wandered the West managed to hunt 8 deer with 6 bullets, and why their supply of ammo never ran out. Remember the panic buying the first half of 2013? That was nothing compared to what's going to precede the collapse. From Susan Morrow, an ex-science teacher and chemist, they'll master the art of poultice. She says, if you really explore the ingredients in which our forefathers made poultices, you'll be totally surprised by the similarities with modern medicines. Well, how would you feel in a crisis to be the only one from the group knowledgeable about this lost skill? When there are no more antibiotics, people will turn to you to save their ill children's lives. If you liked our video tutorial on how to make pemmican, then you'll love this. I'll show you how to make another superfood that our troops were using in the Independence War, and even George Washington ate on several occasions. And this food never goes bad. And I'm not talking about honey or vinegar. I'm talking about real food. The awesome part of this, you can make this food in just 10 minutes. And I'm pretty sure you already have the ingredients in your house right now. Really, this is all just a peek. The Lost Ways is a far-reaching book with chapters ranging from simple things like making tasty bark bread, like people did when there was no food, to building a traditional backyard smokehouse, and many, many, many more. And believe it or not, this is not all. If you get the Lost Ways right now, you'll receive 3 exclusive reports that'll be off the table soon. There's an old saying that our great-grandparents used to know. Once in a life, you need a doctor, a lawyer, a policeman, and a preacher. But every day, 3 times a day, you need a farmer. So the first report you'll get is what every survivalist should grow in his backyard. This special report contains the most nutritious and toughest plants that you should start growing so you'll never run out of food. These plants are reliable in the worst possible conditions, including drought, flooding, or light deprivation. You'll also find instructions of how to plant, grow, harvest, and store them. I'm also pretty sure you're familiar with this 150-year-old saying that it's not the strongest species that survived, nor the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change. So the second bonus you'll get is How to Outlive an EMP, the Early Pioneer Way, which is a day-by-day guide that shows you what to do after an EMP every day for 30 days using the Lost Ways. Think about it this way. If